Hello, Medicare Advantage Risk Adjustment operators, innovators, and learners. Welcome to another learning video of the Hills Academy Risk Adjustment Made Easy, the Medicare Advantage kind. If today is your first time you're joining us, we want to say welcome. If you have been with us throughout the years, throughout the months, throughout the days, we want to say welcome as well. And thank you for spending your evening with us. I am your host, tutor Dr. Prince Belwa. Throughout this month, we've been going through Duals Decoded, and this was inspired by my presentation at the Rise National earlier this year, last month, where we discussed on the effect of the One Big Beautiful Bill on Medicare and risk adjustment payments. And based on the comments that I received and the feedback that I received, I wanted to dedicate this month to look further into duals and decode duals. So last week was our first video in this series, and we looked at who are the duals. We looked at partial and the full. So if today is the first time that you're joining us, I will encourage you to watch last week's video because this week is building up from there. They are very short, straight to the point, and then you can pick up this week. If you have not subscribed to our channel, I will encourage you to subscribe so that you do not miss anything from us. So let's get into today's. So today we'll be looking at the 9 dual status codes. The 9 dual status codes. In healthcare, it looks like we deal with codes. There's ICD codes, there's CPT codes, and even as you get into the MA space and the data that are going back and forth between CMS and MA, there are also codes that specify which dual someone is and the various even subcategories that we will see today. But for today, I want us to focus only on the codes, and from next week, we will look at the subcategories and what they all really mean, because we want to keep it as simple and sweet for you that you can retain the information for your work. So where do the codes live? There is a monthly Medicare Advantage Medicaid status file, MCMD file, that is in the Plan Communication User Guide. And also, if you're new to this and you don't know the Plan Communication User Guide, there's also another monthly series that we focused on Plan Communication User Guide. I will encourage you to look at that one too. So the monthly Medicare Advantage Medicaid status data file, also known as the MCMD file, is a file that CMS sends to report to plans on the monthly dual status corresponding to a beneficiary who are either fully or partial dual. So this is a report that a plan is receiving every month. If you don't know where this report is, you need to go look for it. It comes through Gentron and it lands in your files, your monthly files, and it helps to track the monthly Medicaid dual status of each of your members, if it's partial or full or non-dual. And this comes in monthly. And the layout of this file is in the PCOG layout 730, field number 6, and we'll be looking at some of them here. There is on the beneficiary detail of the MCMD file, there is a dual status, 2 bytes, and 1 record per status for the period of the beneficiary. So this is the file, and this is the name of the file. You want to go look for it if you are working with duals and dealing with duals. If it's in Gentron, this is the file naming. If it's Connect Direct, this is the file naming. So somebody in your plan has this data, or somebody is receiving this data, and you want to find where this data or this file as you do your reconciliation, or as you understand the dual status pertaining to your members. The MCMD file has different sections, and you can see from here there have 4 different sections, but the one we are going to focus on today is the beneficiary detail record. And in the beneficiary detail record, there is field number 5. There is a Medicaid full or partial or non-dual flag. So if it's F is full, if it's P is partial, you know that from the file. Then as you go down further down on this beneficiary details record of this file, there is also the dual status code, and which is a 2 by size, and it's in field 24 and 25. And you can see from here there are 9 various kinds, from 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 08, oh 09, and 010. 07 is missing. And therefore, there are only 9 of them. And this 9 also breaks out into full or partial. This is what we learned from last week. So there are codes that are specifically for full, and there are codes that are specifically for partial. Next week, we're going to go deeper into them, the various subcategories that you see here. But for now, just understand that there's full, partial. We learned that last week. And in the partial, you get Medicare cost sharing help. We learned that last week. And in the full, you get a complete Medicaid. And the status are designated by these codes in the MCMD file. One thing that you will see largely is that the odd numbers are partial, the even numbers are full, apart from 6. So it doesn't fit fully, but you can use that mostly. Knowing that apart from 6, you can use that to help remember. The 0, 1, 0, 3, 0, 5, and 0, 6, all of them are codes that are designated for partial. And then 0, 2, 0, 4, 0, 8, and 10 are for full. Actually, I had a mistake here. There should be 9. 09. So 09 is for non-dual, not 10. 10 is for full dual. So 1, 3, 5, 6 is for partial, and 2, 4, 8, and 10 is for full. And then 09 is for non-dual. So those are the key codes that you want to make sure you know as you work with your MCMD file, the CMS Medicare Advantage Medicaid file, for knowing which one is partial or dual or non-dual Medicaid status for your beneficiaries as you work through your Medicare Advantage risk adjustment calculations. I want to stop here for today, and we'll pick up going through the various subcategories that designate to these specific codes next week. If today is your first time joining us and you are not on our email list, I'll encourage you to go to our website, www.thehillsacademy.com, for your free signature gift from Chaos to Clarity, the essential comparison cheat sheet on Medicare Advantage risk adjustment data sources, which compares the different data sources used for risk adjustment for you for free. You download your copy there. And then if this has been helpful to you, I will encourage you to pass it along, to share, to like, to subscribe, because it helps us to reach a wider audience and it helps you not to miss anything from us. Otherwise, I'll catch you next week as we go deeper into what each of these 9 codes. Thank you, and bye for now.